Welcome to this tutorial on implementing ERC20 token contracts, where we will dive deep into the world of smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to create your own ERC20 token from scratch. First, let's start with a brief overview of what ERC20 tokens are. ERC20 is a standard interface for tokens, meaning that it defines some common functions and events that all tokens must implement. This standard allows different tokens to interact with each other and is crucial for developing decentralized applications. Now, let's look at some of the primary functions of an ERC20 token. The ERC20 standard outlines several key functions. At a high level, these include balance of, transfer, transfer from, approve, allowance, and several events like transfer and approval. Let's go through each of these functions in the context of a simple ERC20 contract. To begin coding our ERC20 token, we need to set up our development environment. Make sure you have Node.js installed. Then, we'll use the Truffle framework to manage our smart contracts. Now that we have Truffle installed, let's create a new directory for our project. Next, initialize a new Truffle project which will create the necessary project structure. Now, let's create a new file for our ERC20 token contract. We will create this file in the contracts directory. Let's name it mytoken.sol. Open the mytoken.sol file, and let's start by declaring the Solidity version we will be using. We will use version 0.8.0 for this tutorial. Now, let's import the ERC20 standard interface from OpenZeppelin, a popular library for secure smart contract development. Next, we will define our contract, inheriting from the ERC20 contract provided by OpenZeppelin. This gives us access to all the required functionalities of an ERC20 token. Let's break down this contract. We are creating a constructor that takes the token name and symbol as parameters. When we call the constructor of the ERC20 base contract, we will also mint 1 million tokens to the address that deploys the contract. The decimals function allows us to define how many decimal places our token will support. To compile our token contract, make sure you have the OpenZeppelin library installed. You can do this by running. Now let's add the configuration for deploying our contract. We need to create a migration file inside the migrations directory. Create a new file called to_deploy mytoken.js. Now, within this migration file, we will write the deployment script. This is what the migration file should look like. Before we deploy the contract, we need to set up a local blockchain for testing. We will use Ganache, which can be installed from the Truffle Suite website. Once installed, launch Ganache, and you will see a list of Ethereum accounts. Next, we should connect our Truffle project to Ganache. Open the truffleconfig.js file and ensure that the development network configuration points to Ganache's local blockchain. You should see something similar to this. It is now time to compile our contracts. Run the following command to compile the smart contracts you have written. After successfully compiling, it's time to migrate our contract to the Ganache blockchain. Run the migration command. Once migrated successfully, you should see a deployment summary in your terminal. Take note of the contract address, as this is the address where your ERC20 token contract is deployed. To interact with our deployed token, we can create a simple JavaScript script using the Truffle framework. Create a new file called interact.js. Open the interact.js file and start writing the code to interact with your token. Here's a simple example to transfer tokens from one account to another. Before running the script, ensure you have installed the Web3 library. You can install it with the following command. Now, run the JavaScript file using node.js and observe the output. It will show the balances before and after the transfer. Congratulations! You have successfully implemented your own ERC20 token contract, deployed it to a local blockchain, and interacted with it using JavaScript. Now, let's summarize the steps we took throughout this tutorial. We began by understanding what ERC20 tokens are and the key functions they possess. After setting up our environment and creating our token contract, we deployed it to a local blockchain using Truffle and Ganache. Finally, we wrote a simple script to interact with our token. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments below. I'd love to help you out. Thank you for watching, and happy coding!